Welcome back to another episode of the Movie Dungeon. I'm your host, Dwayne the Flyest Nerd. You know, today we got some movie and TV show news. So let's go get into it. Starting off, we got a good look at Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. There's been a couple of photos that have been getting around and floating around the internet, and for some most part, they look pretty decent. You know, I've always liked the style of this animation. To be honest, it looks like another clear $1 billion for another Spider-Man movie if I've ever seen one. You see a lot of, it looks a little different. I did hear little rumors that this might have been put through like an AI rendering thing to make it look crystal clear, but either way it goes, it looks fire. We do guess there is actually it looked to be a leaked trailer floating around. I'm not gonna play any of that or show any of that, but if you want to, it's out there. You can check it out. It looks more interesting. I remember working at the movie theaters when the last one came out. I was cleaning that joint, and I heard the theater next door playing, and I just scurried right on over there and watched like 20 minutes of that movie. And I really enjoyed it once I finally got to watch it. I'm all excited for this universe, and I do have like a weird prediction with that movie too, because it's called Beyond the Spider-Verse or whatever. You know, I'm wondering if they're gonna be coming into like the real world at any point in time. Hopefully show us a Miles Morales in the real world. Little boy, or hell, even somebody around the age of Miles is in the movie. That'd be cool. But I doubt they're gonna do that anyway. But next we got a poster for the Crystal Lake TV show coming to Peacock in October. And honestly, I'm hyped for it. I love horror movies. I'm just worried. I don't see a lot of too much promotion. I know this was going in limbo with the loss, the rights and all that stuff. But genuinely, I just gotta wait to see. I just gotta wait to see. I'm glad, that the horror icon is coming back, as a lot of them should be, for sure. But so we just gotta wait and see on that one. That one I have not really put my finger on it yet. But next we got a trailer for this movie called Babunya. I don't know. Giant snake movie. And to be honest, these are the movies that I love. These are like, to me, what I would call like top-notch B-rated movies. Have good production, good value, like behind the making of it, and it comes out decent. Not everybody's gonna love it, but they put their heart into it. You can see it, and I like those ones. Like the giant shark, like Meg, gives me like that type of vibe, like those type of movies. I grew up off of that Komodo versus Cobra, and stuff like that. So I've always been into stuff like that, and this gives me that like Anaconda 2 vibe, Anacondas vibe, that I would say late 2000s, and maybe mid, that type of style, and I love it. I love every second of it, and I'm really hyped for this. This movie is what the Anaconda movie with Jack Black should have been. Not that crazy crap, goddamn ha ha hee hee comedy that was terrible, with a really terrible looking CGI snake, in my opinion. It needed to be nowhere near my screen, and I was so upset. They really took the Anaconda franchise and vomited on it. That's how I felt, in front of my face. So I wish they would have slapped Anaconda on this name on this movie. Perfect. I've been happy. But next we got to look at my boy Anakin in Ahsoka 2. Just his little fit. It's like a little snow gear. You might hate me though, but I've never really seen all of the Clone Wars, and I know this fit is kind of reminiscent to one of his snow gears that he wore in one of the episodes. So, by the way, I'm excited. This definitely, if it's going to be a Clone War callback, this will definitely just be a flashback. And that's how it was in season 1. A lot of people didn't like season 1, but listen, I'm a huge fan of Ahsoka, so, and the actress that plays her too. I always grew up off her since Men in Black 2. And so I can't really wait for that one. That one, my anticipation is up there for that one. But next we got DC. More DC cancelization, or I would say not prioritizing certain movies or certain shows. Like The Waller. Waller is looking like it's getting canceled or not prioritized, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty much canceled. And the Paradise Lost. And I'm not really surprised about The Waller. Paradise Lost, I kind of have a little hopes for. They said it was like a Game of Thrones, but like, Amazonians and stuff. So I was all with it. But yeah, it getting canceled and stuff, and they talking about, Booster Gold is moving forward, trying to find new writers, so they're really prioritizing certain things, and maybe they're taking away certain of these because, like, maybe they heard everybody's complaint. Maybe they don't want, we're tired of getting B-rated, second level heroes first. Give us our Trinity, build off that Trinity, Flash, Hawkman, Martian Manhunter, Hawk Girl, Lantern. Just start building off of that, but please give us our staples first. Give us Wonder Woman, Batman. We already got our Superman. Now we're about to have two movies of Superman. So they're trying to figure it out. Hopefully they don't can the whole DCU. I just think they just need to figure out their footing. They're still pretty new in the game, I would feel like. But yeah, I'm waiting for that to blow over and see how that goes. But moving on to our little final piece of news. Speaking of DC, HBO didn't drop 5 minutes of Lanterns, and the tone, with how dark they're going, how deep it is, I can't wait. I think this is gonna be a game changer. I think this is actually what DC kind of needs. I think this is the win that they need. This is the win they really do need. Besides Superman, I think Superman, Man of Tomorrow, whatever, that one is what they're banking on if this is going to continue. But if we get another stinking Lanterns, it's going to look really bad going into Superman. But if we're getting good positive notes and feedbacks off of Lanterns going into Superman, the future's a little optimistic. And but I'm really excited about this. You even get a little part of showing Hal Jordan's little origin a little bit through a TV screen. You could, tell John has been a fan favorite of his, and I love that. There was even an image that was released and it was leaking around. I don't even know it was leaking. It was just all over around. And it was like, a young Jon Stewart or a young kid holding up, a lantern costume. And that costume is fire. I wish they would have did that in the show, just a little bit touched up with different like materials. But that green stopping, completely into that black reminds me of the Justice League animation show. Love it. I do understand what Hal's suit looks like, and I'm still okay with it. People's like lack of green is good enough for me. But that suit right there, or that costume or whatever, that color, that's fire. But yeah, that's pretty much all the movie news we got for today, movie and TV show news. I want to say thank you for stopping in. Hit that like and subscribe. My name is Dwayne, the flyest nerd you know. This is the Movie Dungeon. Peace.